In today's episode of the Cretaceous Desert Park, we'll add a dino that you guys really wanted to see in this park, the Carcharodontosaurus. In every episode of this series, I asked you guys what are the dinos that you would like to see added to this park, and I actually counted all of the votes and the Carcharodontosaurus won without any doubt, so let's add it today. Hello guys, this is Caesar Creates, and welcome back to my channel. It is finally time for another episode of the Cretaceous Desert Park, and today we'll add a dino that was very highly requested by you guys. So if you have been following this series, you probably know that in each and every episode I ask you guys what are your suggestions for the new dinos, what dinos you'd like to see in this park. And I actually counted all of your comments, I counted all of the votes, and I can officially announce that the Carcharodontosaurus was a clear winner there. It had a very big advantage over the next contenders. So today we'll be adding the most requested dino by you guys, the Carcharodontosaurus. And I hope you guys will be happy about this. I must say that I really agree with you guys. The Carcharodontosaurus seems like a perfect match for this park. It is a dino discovered in Africa, in Egypt, in Morocco, I think in Niger, in places like that. So a desert park seems like a proper place for this guy. It also is located right now next to the Spinosaurus, another dinosaur discovered in Africa, so it all makes sense. And I think that the Carcharodontosaurus, although it is a real tongue twister for me, and I'm really proud of pronouncing this probably correctly, like correct me if there's something wrong about this, but this guy really fits into the desert aesthetic of this park. I think it looks just phenomenal in the enclosure that we'll build for it today. And yeah, I am very happy with the dino that you guys went for, and I am not surprised. I think that you made a really good choice. The other contenders that also got a lot of votes were, for example, the Ceratosaurus, which I also could see in here. I think that this would be a perfect match as well for the park, but unfortunately we don't have any space more. The T-Rex was also high, but I actually didn't want to add a T-Rex to this park. I know that for so many of you, none of the parks is complete without a T-Rex, but I added it to my previous park, to the tropical park. We did like a very huge attraction out of the enclosure, and I thought that this time I'll do something different. And the other one was also the Carcharodontosaurus, which also could work in here. You guys really wanted to see the big and medium carnivores, and it was a perfect choice for the carnivore section that we are sort of finishing right now. This is the second to last speed build, like building episode of this park. We only have a small space left after finishing this build for final building episodes, and I have really nice plans for it. I think you guys will like it. And after that we'll also have a final tour, and the park will be of course available for you to download from the Nexus if you like to play with it, if you like to, you know, tour it yourself. It will be available after I will do the final tour, so it's not long from now. I am so happy that so many of you are enjoying this series, that so many of you ask for next episodes. I know that I am not very consistent when it comes to the uploads of this series, but I really enjoy building here. I really enjoy this arid aesthetic that we are going for in here. The last episode was really nice, one of my favorites from the series for sure. It was actually so cool because I was able to build for it during the early access of the Cretaceous Predator pack, and we added the Utahraptor and the Concavanator from the new pack. So in case you guys haven't seen that video, I'll make sure to put the link down in the description and on the screen right now. We are building this habitat in here for the Carcharodontosaurus, like opposite to the canyon that we've built for the Utahraptors. It really like completes this entire area now that we have this new habitat in here. Okay, so as you guys can see, the enclosure is basically done. Because we were building only one in this episode, the speed build part is a bit shorter. I decided to leave in more of the footage of adding things like benches, different decorations, like a small backstage area. Those are the I usually skip because I don't think that those are very interesting to watch, but correct me if I'm wrong, maybe they are for you interesting and I shouldn't skip over them. But here I decided to leave a bit more just because we only had one enclosure to build this time. So besides building the enclosure, I also made sure that the whole area is basically finished. I added some more details, I added decorations, benches. Now that we have those benches, I also decided to go back to the entire park and add them everywhere before the final tour. So this is something that I still need to do, but I will definitely add it because it is so weird right now that we only have them in one part of the park and in the others there's no benches, no bins, nor anything like that. So I will definitely have to go back to some places and add those. Probably not so much time, not so much effort, and it will be all look more cohesive and nice. Let's go back to the Carcharodontosaurus for a second. This is a dino that I think I only saw once in this game when I was doing my playthrough through all the campaign missions, when I started my adventure with Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I must say that back in the days, I think I didn't like it so much. That's why later I didn't go for this dino when I was building my parks. I don't know, there was something that threw me off, but because you guys wanted it, I of course added it in here, and by spending some time with it, you know, recording those intros, cinematics and all this stuff, I think that I really changed my mind about this dino. I really think that it is a very solid addition to the game. Maybe the whole head and the snout looks a bit too thin for me. It looks kind of like weird, but maybe this is something that this dino was like. Maybe it had this like thin looking skull. But I know for a fact, because I read some facts about it, that it had very long and sharp teeth, and its name literally means the shark-toothed lizard, and I think that it makes sense. So yeah, really nice dino. I'm really happy that we finally added it to the park and that you guys like recommended it. It was, I think, the best choice out of all the carnivores that we have left that were not included in the park, so I am very happy that it is here. And this is actually a second to last dino that we are adding in this park, so there's only one left coming in the next episode, so make sure to tune in next time. Okay guys, this is all that I have for you in today's episode. Let's meet in the real-time part to show you around. So let's have a quick look at everything that we've built in today's episode. So as you guys can see, this whole area in front of us is basically finished. We have the plaza that we built last time, we have the Utahraptor canyon that we built last time, and here we have the concavenators in there in this like dry river beds. And right now we also have this new enclosure for the Carcharodontosauruses. They are next to our Spinosaurs that we have in here. They have this oasis, and the rest of our park is there. It looks so impressive, doesn't it? It got quite big over the time. But yeah, we'll definitely tour it really soon, because there is just this space that is left for the next episode, for something cool that I am planning to add in there. Okay, so let's have a look at our enclosure. I of course added all of those like small fences in here, and I lowered the whole big fence for the dinos a bit to give the guests a better view for those. I always like this look of the fences being a bit lower. I don't know, this is just my thing, something that I probably brought in here from Planet Zoo. But yeah, here we have our Carcharodontosaurus. I went for, those guys have some really like crazy colorations. I went for some of maybe more boring ones, but some that will more blend with the whole desert aesthetic. I believe that the dinos would like to be a bit, you know, blended with the environment, not to stick out so much. It will be easier for them to hunt and stuff. I really like this guy in here. The coloration looks just beautiful. They look so cool in here. The enclosure is quite long, so they can actually roam around here. They have a lot of space. They are so beautiful. We see some animations, please. Maybe a social animation that is really cool in those guys. We have 4 in here, as you guys can see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they are quite happy in here, I think. So yeah, this is the enclosure. What else we can see? They have like those, maybe it could be like one big lake back in the days, but you know, it is quite hot in here, so it began to dry off a bit, and that's why there are those, you know, dry patches in there. I thought it is a nice idea to have on the desert or anything. But yeah, this is how their enclosure looks. It is a bit like squeezed in, but we don't have a lot of space left, so I had to come up with something. I also built like a little backstage area for their enclosure and for the enclosure for the Spinosaurus. So if the rangers will go in here, they have all the necessary stuff in here. They have a cage for those guys. They have like, I don't know, something. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool, so I decided to add it. Some, you know, tents and some utilities that they will probably use to maintain those dinos. But yeah, we also have some security cameras. We also have some lights just to be safe. Oh, it actually moves. I didn't know that it moves. Like, hello, we are in the camera. Smile. Oh my god. I'm so funny today. That was obviously sarcastic. But yeah, those are the new Carcharodontosauruses that we have in our park. I hope you guys are happy with this choice. As I mentioned 100 times already in this video probably, this is the most requested dino by you to be added to this park. So I really hope that a lot of you are happy. If the dino that you were really requested didn't make it in here, I am very sorry, but there's still one coming, so maybe that was it that you wanted to see, so don't lose your hope. It will be something really cool that a lot of people wanted to see as well from me, because I've never built for this type of dinos. I won't spoil anything more, but you will see it in the future episodes. So yeah, that was our Carcharodontosaurus exhibit that we've built, and also a small area that we added to just decorate our park a bit more. And let me say, maybe let's move the camera into some like interesting place, for example in here that you can see the Carcharodontosaurus and the goat. And let me tell you my goodbyes as always. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video like this. Give this video a big thumbs up down below if you enjoyed it, and of course leave me a nice comment if you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to support the channel a little bit extra, you can do it with the join button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!